Good morning, Mr. Arms.
Sir.
Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
The complainant and the defendant are married, and on October 1st, 2024, officers were dispatched to a family assault in Harris County, Texas. Complaining witness and the defendant got into a verbal argument. The defendant stated he was going to take the car and leave. The defendant then pushed complaining witness against the car with both of his hands in her chest, neck area, causing pain. Complaining witness stated the defendant held her against the car for a few seconds and then let go and proceeded to leave. Officers observed redness on complaining witness' upper chest and lower neck and on her back.
Do you know?
I know that it's his wife.
She's here. If she wants to have, can he, she's here. Contact with him or no? She's here. Don't say anything, Mr. Arms, please.
It looks like this is a DVD case. It looks like we haven't gotten the chance to reach out to her yet. I believe that the defendant is saying she's here in the courtroom right now.
Is there a Haley Arms here? Okay. Are you Haley Arms? Okay, just take a seat for me momentarily, ma'am. You want to reach out and see what she wishes? Mr. Arms, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any threatening or harassing contact with this person. If you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons as well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do understand.
There is a protective order that has been in place. I would get to know it because if you violate this protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. And then things will really go sideways quick. Are you on probation or parole at this time?
No, sir.
Okay. So for now, what do you do for a living, sir?
I work for my wife, home health care.
Sorry?
Work for my wife, part-time, home health care.
For your wife.
She owns a home health care service.
Okay.
And
what do you make a month?
Work like 6 days a month, about $285 a month.
Why not a regular job? 9 to 5 that every day?
Because of my criminal history, sir, I have a hard time finding a job.
And the more you pick up, the worse it gets. How old are you, sir?
I'm 39, gonna be 40, sir.
39.
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, likewise, I will put you in jail. I'll have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make, how much money you have in the bank, and then I'll take a look to see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. But understand that you're under strict supervision now. I don't want any more issues. Otherwise, there's only one place. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you mind giving him an application? It's right here. This one, yeah. If you just give him one, we're going to give you an application. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box for now, sir. Do not leave, okay? All right.
Minimum.
Come up, Mr. Arms.
Getting harassing.
Come up, ma'am. Back here. So I would come up. I'm not going to bite.
No, I just.
So I want you to understand that I'm not going to lift the protective order because all things in the protective order are things that he shouldn't do anyways. And I'm going to hold you accountable if you start acting like a fool in the free world. You start acting a fool, I will take the free world away from you. And I will do it in a second to protect every person of Harris County. I don't know what kind of relationship you guys have, but if it's the one where you're constantly butting heads, I would be very careful because in this court order, you're not allowed to threaten, harass, use any person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. And you need to understand that conduct in and of itself can violate this court order. So if I go like this to you, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is, and it's enough to put you in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, you pick up a new case, you threaten, harass, or do anything to anyone here, you will not get any more PR bonds from us. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
So life is such that you should never have to live in fear. And if you do, all you got to do is let them know. And then there's only one place he'll end up. I don't want to talk about the case.
Yeah, no, no.
The only thing I want you to understand that there is an order for protection in your place so that you are protected.
Is it a no contact? Because-
No.
Okay, 'cause
So-
my business works for my business and, we're married, so it's like, we didn't know about that, so I didn't want, we haven't seen each other because we didn't know what was going on, so my business has been closed and I do home healthcare. My patients have been out of a caregiver because,
And so what I'm going to do is no threatening, or harassing.
Okay.
And we will allow contact and I will take the residential restriction off. But I want you to understand that if anything happens,
Yeah.
right? Any kind of arguments and any threats go around, any kind of assaults, anything like that.
Yeah.
He's going to end up back in custody. I've also ordered him not to use alcohol or illegal drugs as well. And you're going to be randomly called on to take a test. If you fail to come up here and test, then your bond's going to get revoked.
I understand.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
No alcohol, no dope from any source. Cakes, candies, foods, gums, energy drinks, NyQuil, Listerine, I don't care. No means no. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. We've given you a lawyer. Mr. Soros is representing you. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, we'll issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you have any questions?
Sir, I do not.
Do you have his cell phone, Greg? You do?
I have my client does not currently have a cell phone, but
How are you planning on
complaining witness
communicating?
does, the complaining witness does, and hopefully,
My wife,
Yeah, his number is in my phone, so I have two numbers on my phone, his number and my number as well.
Stay in contact. You understand?
I understand, sir.
Okay. All right. We'll have you sign a reset and we'll get you guys out of here. Okay.
Judge, we're looking at December 17th and the 19th.
He tested positive, Your Honor.
I mean, one time in there wasn't enough? Apparently not. You're still testing positive for marijuana. Where do we go from here?
Okay, tell me what happened.
It's just tough, man.
I don't know, but it wasn't me. It was, can I tell you?
Secondhand smoking,
Yeah.
Yeah, secondhand smoke.
Oh,
You
yeah, was it-
think I
was-
believe that?
they don't want to hear it,
Mhm, I
They don't
understand, I
want to
understand this. I understand it.
so just don't want it.
When was the last couple times, before the last 2 days, when was the last, guys, when was the last time Mr. Cabrera tested? It never even stopped. We took him into custody when? When did we take Cabrera in? I reinstated his bond July 10th. I let you out of jail July 10th. And you promised me that you would stop smoking July 10th. We are now in October and you still have a positive test.
Can I tell you something, sir?
Don't tell them that stuff about secondhand smoking. That ain't. that's
No, he's not
not-
gonna believe it. I understand that.
I'm,
Yeah,
try to tell me it's secondhand smoke. I don't believe it.
I understand that, sir. I understand it.
Why is it, why are you continuing to test positive?
Because you know how it's to go to school, right? And then all the restrooms are all full of hot box smoke. And I already went to talk to my teachers about that. If I could like go to a specific restroom by myself, but they can't let me. So all the restrooms being hot box, and I just be like, instead of like if going to another restroom, I can't go anywhere because all the restrooms like upstairs, downstairs are full of smoke and you can't do anything about it.
So every single restroom in your high school smells like pot smoke, so
Yes,
you
sir.
can't go to the bathroom without now testing positive for marijuana.
The car,
Really?
car in the school, is it true that they have the problem with that school? San Marino is the most like ghetto school in Pasadena. That's just,
You don't go to the bathroom.
it's right. All right, I won't go no more.
No. It's too late now.
I don't understand that.
Mr. Reyes, I don't understand. I mean, where do we go?
It's tough, Judge, it is. Well, when are you supposed to graduate?
Right, this year already, that's why I was planning, I'm still going to school.
October, when in
May,
December?
no, in May.
Oh, you
Cause,
still have.
yeah, I still
until
got it.
next year.
yeah,
Okay. All right. We're trying to get him in the PTI, Your Honor. I'm sure it's gonna take about 30 days to do all the paperwork for PTI. He blew a
He
10.
can't even stay positive
that's
while
what
he's
I'm-
on bond. How in the hell is he gonna make a probation?
Yeah, I got it.
I'll show you the,
Your promises mean nothing.
I don't understand, that would just be quite sorry.
We can bring him back in 30 days and test him
Yes,
again,
sir.
Your Honor.
When is the last time you smoked weed?
Just tell him the
Promise,
truth.
the last time, I'm not gonna lie, it was a month ago, like a month ago, I'm not lying. That was the last time, that's what I'm telling you. You give me 2 more weeks, I'll promise I'll be clean, because it's literally getting out of my system. I'm not lying, sir. I'll give you my word on my mom, I have a baby on the way, that's what I'm trying to push forward. Yes,
Bet.
sir.
2
I'll
weeks,
give you-
Mr.
I'll
Cabrera.
give you
You're
my
going to
word.
come here in exactly 14 days.
Yes, sir.
Take another test. If you test
You think you can-
again,
I'll put this negative, sir. I'll give you my word, because I have a baby on my way. You guys, my mom.
November 5th, you
Yes,
will
sir.
come right back here. You will take another test on November 5th.
Got it, sir.
And if you test positive again,
You think he's gonna test, it's still gonna be in his system in 2 weeks?
Oh, mom, can I tell you something?
he told me just now, I asked him to be,
It's been a month ago, so it's gonna get out, because it's getting
Okay,
out of my
all
system.
right, okay.
'Cause the
2
guy
weeks
showed
will
me
be
the thing.
45 days?
The negative line was starting to show, but he said that it was still positive for him, so that's fine.
Okay,
Yes, sir. I'll give you my word.
we'll do.
see what your word is. If you test negative, I will send you on your way. If you test positive, we'll see.
I appreciate it.
2 weeks it is.
Thanks, Judge.
Hey, George.
Thanks a lot.
Right this way.
What's wrong with your leg, Mr. Thomas?
I was in a car accident.
That's why he has to go to the doctor 3 times a week at this point, and he can be able to go to jail.
You driving the car in the accident?
He was rear-ended.
I don't think he's supposed to be driving. You're not supposed to be driving. We're in the car accident.
And, the paper saying that my license was valid.
You signed an affidavit promising me not to drive. Now you're driving. Now you get into a car accident. Did you have a breath test device in your
Yes.
car?
Yes. I had the portable.
No. Anytime you were to drive, you're supposed to have an interlock in your car. He is driving and he's not supposed to be driving and he doesn't even have an interlock in the car.
I said the court had.
You're supposed to have an interlock in a car, Mr. Thomas. I'm taking you into custody today. The other thing that I'm going to do, Mr. Thomas, is that you will now be required to pay the $6,500 fee to DPS. And if you fail to pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit in jail. $100. You're now going, how much are court costs in this case? From now on, you are not my problem anymore. This DWI is going to go on your record. This now makes 2. What happens on your next one? 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Apparently, everything that we've done with you here was not enough to get your attention. I ordered you not to drive any vehicle that didn't have an interlock. I had you sign an affidavit promising me not to drive until you had court approval and you had an interlock in your car. And you drove, you are now in an accident. You are lucky that I'm going to even follow this deal. But as a part of this deal, I want you to understand you will now be required to pay all fines, fees, court costs associated with this case. And like I said, if you fail to pay even 1 iota, every $100 that you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. You are now going to owe to the tune of around $7,000. And if you fail to pay it, every $100 is a day in jail. So you can now calculate how much you will sit in custody if you fail to pay this fee. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
At some point, we now need to reach you to tell you what you're doing is not okay because you keep and continue to do and violate court orders. Like I said, I will issue the capias on this case if you fail to pay, number one. Number two, you're not my problem anymore because you will be facing prison time from now on. So I truly hope that you get the fact that if you ever have any kind of substance in your body, any smell of anything funky, and you get pulled over. Have you been to the penitentiary before?
So,
How many times have you been to the penitentiary? You now are a 15 to life case if you pick up another DWI because they can use your prior pen trip to enhance you to a 15 to life if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. I'm now going to sentence you to 30 days in jail. How much credit does he have? He has 1 day credit. 4 days credit, or look it up. 4 days?
Yes.
Okay, 4 days credit. You will be required to pay all fines and fees and court costs. I am suspending your license. I am suspending your license for 2 years. Do not drive. Do you understand? I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care where you have to go. I don't care what you have to do. You get into a car and drive, you're going to be back here with me. And I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
yes, sir, I do.
Or what are the fines and fees and costs? You now owe $6,440 that you're going to pay. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, second offense? I will find you guilty. I will send you to it. Goes with you. Oh. Is it true that you had a prior DWI in here in 2021? Is it true that you had a prior aggravated assault of a family member
Yes.
in 2023? I think it's only the first one because he's doing 30 days. So just do the first enhancement.
Okay.
All right. It goes with you. Thanks, Connor. Yes.
How you doing?
Osborne. Guys, what is all the times that we've had Mr. Osborne tested, times that he's been positive, times that he's been negative? How many times have we tested Mr. Osborne, please? It's nearly 400 days old and he's continuing to smoke weed. I mean,
This is the first time he's actually been tested, to my knowledge.
I don't think that's right. I think that we've tested him twice.
I understand he tested positive, Judge. My only concern is he is trying to get his degree and he's, I mean, obviously through his own doing, he's missed a lot of days of school, but I'm concerned that he's not.
Since December 21st of 23, he has had a dismissal offer where he's had to do 12 hours of community service, one class, and he gets his case dismissed. Now, a year later, we are still here and he's testing positive for marijuana.
Only number I had for him was his mother's number, which is why he initially, and it got disconnected. I could not figure out how to contact him, which is why I had the PTI offer, but I couldn't reach him to give him the
It's
PTI.
not your fault, Mr. Schofield, and I'm not going to let you fall on the sword for him. But you're still smoking.
Only one judge,
Just the one today?
yes.
We've never tested him before?
And we have a record now.
Where are we going?
He signed the PTI yesterday, so he's just got to get his community service and his anger management done.
What kind of anger management class are we talking?
Our anger management class, and he has 12 hours of community service.
You have 3 weeks to get everything done. If you don't have everything done in 3 weeks, you will get an immediate trial setting. This offer goes away. Do you understand, Mr. Osborne?
Yes, sir.
And the next time you test positive, I'm going to light you up. No more weed. How old are you?
18.
No more weed. Do you understand?
Sir.
You will get tested again. And if I find that you're continuing to smoke weed, into jail you will go. You have 3 weeks to get this thing done. That's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.